we are. Good afternoon. All right. Good afternoon, Matt. Good afternoon, Omar. Here we are.
Good afternoon, everyone.
All right. So, guys, hopefully everyone's trading is going well. Hopefully everyone is avoiding what has turned out to be a fairly cold winter.
So, guys, I'm going to quickly pivot to a trading demonstration, and we'll wrap up. I'll try not to keep you guys too long. Let me know if you have any further questions on Tesla. Okay. Okay. So here's our fictitious trading account. We are hovering at just $1.9 million. Okay. So now I know I haven't used margin yet. Okay. So let me just take a look at if I want to write any puts or anything. Okay. So let's take a look. The first thing I want to look at is VIX. VIX at 15.35. We're heading into February. February is, generally speaking, the worst month out of the seasonally strong period of time. Okay. All right, so that's okay. So volatility is not particularly high, but there's a couple positions I might be interested in writing a put on, okay? I'm going to go down my list here, and nothing really stands out to me here other than Microsoft. Okay, let's take a look at Microsoft. Let's look at the pros and cons of writing a put on Microsoft. Okay. Well, seasonality is working in our favor, okay? Implied volatility is a little bit low, but that's just because we just had the earnings announcement yesterday, okay? Now, we just broke below the 200-day moving average. 425.57 is the 200-day moving average. We're below the 50-day moving average, the 20-day moving average. We're below every single moving average. RSI is at 37 and 43 now. I could write a put on this. I could. Or I can wait a bit. I don't know where this thing's going to end. Now, you look here. It did break the 200-day moving average a little bit here and a little bit here. And quickly bounced above it, okay? But it did break it. Right here, a couple times. Even here again. It did break it a few different times. Here again in October. Okay, so it's broken that 200-day moving average a lot. Now, does that happen again? I would think yes, because it's not like they had terrible results. They had good earnings. Just a slight miss on the guidance. But that also creates a very attractive valuation. Forward P of 29.63. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and write one put on this, okay? Not going to write a lot more, and I'll go a little bit out of the money. I'm going to go with that lower Bollinger Band, 408 area. Let's see what I'm getting paid on that. I'll go roughly a month out. I don't mind picking up some at 408 to go to February. 407.50. Here we go. Let's see where we're getting paid. 585. So that's about a 1.5%, just shy of 1.4%, call it, for 22 days. That's a good trade. I'm going to go ahead and do that trade. And I'm going to do a market order here. All right. Trade is done. Okay. Now, do I want to do anything else? Let's take a look. Well, the trade's not done yet. It looks like it should be done any minute now. There it is. Just went through. Is there anything else I want to do? I can almost buy back this Apple trade. Actually, I probably will, because February 21st, I'm at 74% decayed. I'm going to go ahead and buy this back, okay? Do you guys understand why I'm buying this back? There's still a long time between now and February 21st. 3 weeks, in fact. And this is 75% decayed almost. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this back. Okay. You see, it doesn't take a whole long time to do this if you're doing it well. AMD, nope, don't want to do anything with AMD right now. It is a bit of a falling knife, although we are very happy with what AMD is doing as a company. The technicals don't look great. It's way below the 200-day moving average, and it kind of keeps drifting lower. So we already have a few shares. We'll have to wait this one out. So we did do one more Microsoft trade. That's great. We've got a few micro strategies. We've got some, this 470 calls are due tomorrow. So do I want to write any covered calls on MicroStrategy? And this is where it's really important to understand the companies that you're investing in. Now, I know that MicroStrategy has what? They have, Michael Saylor's been doing a lot of sales. He sells the stock in order to gain money, to generate money, to buy more Bitcoin. Okay, so he's selling a lot of stock lately. That's why you've been seeing a bit of a divergence between the stock price and the price of Bitcoin. So I think Bitcoin, I think this rallies a little bit here, and I don't want to write any puts on it. I'm just going to wait it out. Sorry, I'm not going to write any covered calls in it. Now the question is, do I want to write a put on it? Well, I already have a few. No, probably not. I'll have a little bit too much exposure because I already have 1, 2, 3, 5 puts plus the 200 shares that I have. So that's a fair bit. That's 700 shares. That's $210,000. I could do one more, but let's just take a look at the metrics, see if it makes sense to do one more. Implied volatility 86.8, historic 87.8, so pretty much there. RSI is not super low. This is a toss-up, right? Might do this, might not do this. We're below the 50-day moving average. We're below the 20-day moving average, but we're well above the 200-day moving average. I think I'm going to leave this trade for now because I've already got enough shares. I will buy some on weakness. Now, here's the other one, NVIDIA. What do we do with NVIDIA here? NVIDIA is implied volatility is very nice, 75.9. Historic is at 65.8. But look at that. We've broken the 200-day moving average at 122, and we haven't done that. I don't remember when we did that. It's been a long, long time. So that 200-day moving average has been breached. Let's take a look at my NVIDIA average price. My average price on NVIDIA is 122.15. I've got the one covered call, and I've got another put that gives me 1,000 shares of NVIDIA. I don't know if I want to do any more NVIDIA. Just because it's broken the 200-day moving average, okay? Oh, Dave has a good question here. How did you do on the single-day trades last week on Tesla's MicroStrategy? I lost all 3 of them, Dave. All 3. Tesla, QQQ, and MicroStrategy. I got maximum loss on all 3 trades. I sold it, and the stocks happened to sell off on Friday afternoon, if you guys didn't notice. Now, I'll talk a bit more about it tomorrow, but I lost all 3 trades. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do it again this week. But this is why it's very important to put those stop losses in place. Because what happened by the end of the day is it got far worse than when I got stopped out. Right? So I lost all 3 trades. I'm okay with that. My plan is to win more trades than I lose. And if I'm always collecting Theta on good companies, I probably will. Okay? So I'm not going to do another NVIDIA trade here. PayPal, I'm going to leave that one alone as well. Tesla, interesting. This one expires tomorrow, and it's already 72% decayed, so I'm going to wait for all that juice to come out of it tomorrow. Same thing with this. I may consider buying this 410 put back because here's why. I got paid on this 410 put $25.29. If it closes at $402.63 tomorrow, well, this put's only going to be worth about $8. I would probably lock in that profit and rewrite the puts again, okay? But I'm going to wait till tomorrow so that all the Theta's decayed out of it, okay? And I got the 392 here. That's February 7th, 412s, 415s. I have a lot of Tesla puts. It's a big portion of my portfolio. So that's all the trading I'm going to do today, guys. But see how you can do quite well if you just do this responsibly. Now, I'm not at the all-time high of where I was. That was a little while ago here. 1,985,000. And now we're at 1,893,000. So we're not quite at the all-time high, but we're not that far off. So it's actually going quite well. We're not using margin, although we're probably getting pretty close. I didn't do the calculation because I know I'm not using margin, but I'm probably really, really close at this point in time. I only have $315,000 of money, and I've got quite a few puts that I may have to buy. So I might actually be a little bit into margin. But like I said, I expect to buy these back tomorrow, okay? That's 3, and that'll put me well back into any margin position that I might have be over. And also, I'll probably be buying this back as well because I don't really want to take possession. I'll buy them back and I'll rewrite them. So I can buy back 1 put here, okay? And then I can buy back 2, 3. Those are all expired tomorrow. So even if they're in the money, I'll buy them back and rewrite them because, again, February not being the best month, I'd like to give myself a little bit of downside protection, okay? And that's it for trades today, guys. Any questions on the trades? Any questions on trades? I hope everyone's trading is going well. You guys should be making a killing the last little while, but remember the rules. Do not use margin, or very careful with margin, and also stick to high quality companies. But I can't tell you how excited I am about Tesla. This is why it's 36% of this portfolio. It just boggles my mind what they're doing over there. It's incredible what they're doing. After that call yesterday, I was like, this is insane what they're doing. If they do half of what they say they're going to do, this is going to be very, very fruitful. All right. So really nice. And then we're trading this account accordingly. We're trading it based upon our beliefs of how the world will unfold. Okay. All right, guys, that's it for me.